Namaskar. Surya is the deity of the Hindu people that represents the sun. And they also have a series of exercises or asanas that go along for honoring the moon, and that's the Chandra Namaskar. So the Surya means sun, right, or that soul or source of life. And Namaskar is saluting or greeting of the sun. These are best done any time of the day, right? Actually, morning, noon, or night. They're very energizing and really will get your blood flowing as well. It's a vinyasa flow. So we do work with every movement and a breath. There's a lot of different aspects to this. If you ever want to look it up, there's sun salutations A and B, and then you can just take off and do all kinds of things and add on and take away and all of that. But generally, there are about 12 asanas that are part of the sun salutation. And some people, in fact, when I was in, here comes Lenny, when I was in Nepal, and we went to some of the special, beautiful, sacred places, people were standing right outside and doing these sun salutations. No mat, no comfort, just kind of up and down and throwing himself on the ground and back up and down and throwing himself on the ground. And these are sometimes done with 108 times. Now that 108 is this magical, mystical, sacred number. And if you look it up, you're going to be amazed at the number of reasons that they give for that 108. Two of them that I'll give to you today is, and a lot of it's numerology, right? But the sun happens to be 108 times the diameter of the earth. So there's one. And then sometimes they get into astrology and they say there's 12 houses for each planet. 12 times 9 equals 108. So you could go on and on and on, and you may want to look that up. If you ever do mantras and chanting, these are beads that are done on a mala, and there are 108 beads so that you can follow along with 108 chants. So just a little bit of history on those sun salutations. And so what we're going to start really in some gentle and easy sun salutations. And so let's just get seated in our chair. And you want to sit up away from the back of the chair. You want to be in our nice mountain pose to offer ourselves to the sun this morning. Got my yellow on to brighten up the day since it is a little cloudy, but again, it's a reprieve for us because we have so much sun. It's not like Oregon and Washington where it's pretty much, like this a lot of times through the year. So let's just go ahead, first of all, and get into our breath, because our connection of breath and movement is vital for these salutations and for anything that we want to consider being yoga. So closing eyes, if you'd like, coming into breath by expanding and contracting through your chest, into your solar plexus area, into your belly. Maybe closing your eyes, visualizing the sun. So you are not to look directly at the sun. Visualizing, feeling its warmth. Excuse me a second while I move something that the dogs make noise with, like a bone and like a dish. No. Sorry. And keep breathing. So really, I'd like you to hear your breath and not bones being chewed on or dogs doing their thing. And pretty soon you guys are going outside, like right now. Come on. Everybody out. Come on. Come on. Follow. Out. Out. All right, let's go ahead and start. So take your arms down. Inhale, lift. Very simple. Hands come down through heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open up into that sun's energy. We're going to do this a few times. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Right in front of your heart. Lift up. Take it on down. Chin comes down as well, if you like. Inhale, chin lifts. Exhale, chin comes to center as hands come to center. Keep repeating with your breath. Exhale down. Rising up. I'm not going to say anything right now. I just want you to hear your breath. Closing your eyes is an addition here that will help you get into the feeling of the movement with the breath. A few more times. Ujjayi breath sounding. Constricting into your throat a bit. Keep that breath going in and out through your nose. Let's do 2 more full sets. Everything slow. Everything matched to your breath. And then when you finish, take your hands, just place them on your thighs. Find your nice, normal, calm breath. Feel how clear your nasal passages might feel. Feel how clear your head might feel. Feel your arms feeling light, sides of your body being open. And just that calming effect of finding breath with movement. All right, let's take that into a little bit further step. Some of you might want to use blocks here. You might just be reaching towards the floor. Whatever you're doing, when we're coming forward, you're protecting right in here into your core strength, okay? So we're going to come more into a forward fold now. So you may want to take your feet apart so that you'll be able to take your chest, your body in between your thighs, right? So maybe better if those blocks are on the inside. If you're using blocks, and please remember, they have 3 heights and you may not even need them, okay? You might just want to reach right to the floor. You guys choose, okay? All right, rise on up, inhale. Exhale, hands come into heart center. Take yourself forward with a flat spine. Release your hands down. Let your heavy head go. Inhale, half lift. Press into those blocks. Press into the ground. Find yourself with a flat spine, parallel to the ground. Crown reaching towards me, mind towards you. And from here, bend into your elbows. Let your heavy head go again. Back into Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift here. That's an in-breath. Exhale, forward fold. Only folding to the point that feels right for you. Some of you may not. Inhale, lift. Want to go very low, and that you might want to keep your head and neck in alignment instead of letting your chin drop, okay? Find what works for you. Inhale, back to half lift. Exhale, back to lower if you like. Back into half lift. Hands come into heart center with a straight spine. Rise up, arms lift, inhale. Exhale, take your arms down, chin to chest. Do that again. This time we're going to flow with it a little bit more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring yourself forward. Staying here, our hands on block, exhale down. Inhale, lift. Taking hands now forward or at your heart. Bring yourself up, inhale. From here, exhale with an open heart. Inhale back to straight spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take yourself over. Hands release. Exhale down. Inhale, crown to me, mind to you. Exhale down. From here, take your hands back forward, fingers towards me, flat spine. Lift on up. Inhale. Exhale, cross your thumbs. Take yourself heart back, heart up, shoulders back. Bring yourself back to straight spine. Exhale, hands into Anjali Mudra. 2 more sets of that. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center, come forward. Exhale, releasing only to the point that feels right for you. Inhale to half lift, crown to crown. Exhale down. Inhale up, hands release, back stay straight. Bring yourself up, hands together. Let your heart come forward. Chin lifts. Bring yourself up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Repeating 1 more time. Hands up. Come back. Bring yourself up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take yourself down, releasing hands to blocks or floor. Let your head go to the point that is right for you. And then flat spine, or you stayed right there. Exhale down. Inhale, lifting. Flat spine, crown to crown. 1 hand, 2 hands, both reaching towards me. Lift on up. Inhale. Hands together. Take yourself back. Exhale. Sitting up straight. Exhale. Hands come down into heart center. Taking your hands to your thighs. Just take a few breaths here. Feeling that energy, right, all the way through your torso. When we stand, we're going to feel it also in our legs. But right now, we're generating a lot of heat, a lot of energy right in through our Manipura, all the way through into our chest. All right, let's add on to that now. So we're going to come with 1 foot towards me, the other one on the side of the chair, into kind of what would be more like a warrior 2 positioning. Okay, our arms are going to come out, my hips are forward. Okay, so here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take it on over. Bend. Arm lifts. Come on over. Bring yourself up. Take yourself over. Exhale. Rising on up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to come to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, bring yourself over and take yourself down. Beautiful. Rise up. Reverse warrior 2. Rise up. Hands up. Exhale, hands down. Let's do that 1 more time. Rising up. Exhale, hands come out to side. Pulling myself over, bending, taking 1 arm over. Nice. Coming on up. switching out. Finding breath, right? All moves, finding breath. Rise up. Hands to heart center. Good. Take yourself forward. Take a few breaths in transition before we go to the other side. And I'm going to go ahead and switch this back over into the side position and see if that it allows you to be able to see me a little bit more. Yes. Okay. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and take myself over to one side. The other leg is out towards you. Let's flow through this, and then we're going to take some of this standing so you can see what it's like to flow in and out using the chair as a support. Okay, and at any time, just come on back into the seated part of the chair. But as we're open here, just take a look. Knees and ankles in alignment here. Okay, opened up to the place that feels right and best for us, and straight spine. And I'm going to take my arms out as if I were in a warrior two. I'm going to lift up, inhale. Hands come together. Exhale, take my hands into my heart space. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come out. Holding myself over, taking myself over. Exhale. Inhale, rise. And this is new. Now my dog is moaning outside. Has never done that before. Anything they can do, take arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lift. Hopefully you can't hear that. Exhale, hands down. Take myself over. Bend. Release. This should all be just like graceful flowing. One more set. Exhale. Yeah, good. Inhale up. Exhale. Rising it up. Exhale. Good. Really clean, cleansing breaths that this practice does when we're really just focused on that vinyasa, that flow, that linking our breath and our movement together. So we're going to go ahead and take a stand, and I don't know, I might need to change out the camera again. We'll see. We're going to use the short side of the chair, okay? And at any point, if any of this feels like it's not right for you, then please just take yourself back in the chair and do some of those really simple little flows. You guys know what to do now, right? So you can do these on your own, all right? Without me leading, without the others doing it, if we get into a place that just doesn't feel right for you, okay? But otherwise, we're going to go through a practice here of sun salutations where we're going to add in a little bit more into this core area, okay? So I'm facing the seat of my chair. I'm going to bend into my knees slightly, lift up, inhale. From here, let's go ahead and open into cactus because you guys are real familiar with that. Let your hips come forward and your heart come forward and look up. That's an exhale. And then lift up, inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Keep your back flat. Pull in right here. Take your hands down to that chair. Have that flat spine, All right, I can see that all your spines are really nice and flat there. From here, bend into my elbows. Let my head come down a little bit. Now, some of you may not want to take your head all the way to the chair. Okay, please don't. Just take it a little bit down, but just come down a little bit farther, feeling that stretch in the back side of your legs. And then bring yourself back up with straight arms. Bend into your knees. Take your hands off the chair, lift up here, and exhale into cactus arms, heartless. Bring yourself up. Exhale, take your hands into your heart place. So this is going to be like a half sun salutation that we're going to do before we go into the other. So kind of warming up like we just did. And again, just take a look at your feet. See that you're standing about hips distance, and that's different for each of us. And that our feet are running pretty parallel to one another, okay? Rise up, inhale. Separate hands and come into cactus. Exhale with a little back bend, a little heart opening. I like that better than saying the word back bend. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, pull in right here. Come with a straight spine. Take your hands to that chair as soon as you can, flat spine. Exhale down, maybe only a little down, all right? Some of you might have your forehead on the chin. Don't come lower than your heart if that's not comfortable for you. Then straighten your elbows, straighten your spine, straighten your legs. And before we go any farther, take your heels out just a little bit. Bend into your knees too if you need to. But as we take our heels out and our toes in, we're giving ourselves some internal rotation, okay? So knees are in, my back is flat, and I can bend my knees a little bit too. And then go ahead and let your head lower just a little bit. Maybe you're keeping your back completely straight, neck in alignment with your spine, or maybe you're going and letting yourself kind of roll forward, forehead to the chair. And then inhale back. And take your hands back to heart center. Bring yourself up. Just that is working your core. Hands come all the way up. Exhale into cactus arms and release back. Rise up on an inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. All right, we're gonna do that 2 more times before we add on, all right? And at any time, just bend into your knees, and you never wanna lock your knees, okay? So what you want to do is find all the muscles around your knees to protect the knees. And you can do that with them either bent or straight, but never locked, okay? Here we go. Hands in heart center, rise up, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Rise up. Hands at heart, flat spine, strong core. Hands down, exhale, release head, whatever depth you want. Inhale, half. Exhale again, bend elbows. Inhale, half. And again, knees can be bent or not. Hands at heart center, rise up all the way. Exhale. Lifting, lengthening. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, that was the one time. Let's do it one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let yourself come forward, hands down. Maybe you come down a little lower with your head or not. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to lower just a little bit or all the way to the chair. Inhale, half. Hands to heart center. Take yourself up. Inhale. Long length. Exhale. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So now, if you guys all felt really comfortable with that, you can continue doing that, or you can come into where we're going next, all right, which is still using the chair. But this time we're going to come into down dog and we're gonna come into plank. But again, maybe down dog feels good to you, but plank does not, then just stay in down dog or come back to what we just did. I want you to keep moving. I want you to keep flowing with what's best for you, okay? Hands at heart here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bending, opening up, offering heart. Squeezing shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands at heart. Flat spine. Good core. Straight spine. Exhale. Inhale. From here, hold on to that chair. Walk yourself back into down dog. Okay? So take it back as far as comfortable for you. If this is not at all comfortable, then just stay up close to the chair. So here we are in down dog. And I think we're going to do a couple of flows coming in and out of the down dog before we add our plank. So here we are, down dog. Lift up, take your right foot forward. Take your left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it down. Inhale up. Take hands to heart center. Continue taking your body up. Exhale into cactus. Take it on up. Exhale, hands to heart. Great. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Rise on up. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking myself forward, strong core here. Exhale, bending elbows. Inhale, half lift. Let's do that again. Exhale, down. Inhale, half. Stepping one foot back at a time, walking it back, finding the length that I want to extend my tailbone back. Bend into the knees as much as you need, because it's a lot to open up the backside of the legs there. And from here, take your left foot forward this time. Take your right foot forward. Exhale, release. Uttanasana down. Come on down, forward fold. Inhale, half. Hands at heart center, flat spine. Take yourself up from your hip joints. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, take it on into bent arms, open up. Rise up. Exhale, hands down into heart center. Going to add on, you keep it where you want it, okay? Rise up, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands at heart center. Holding in at your belly. Bring yourself forward, hands down. Exhale, into forward fold. Inhale up, half lift. Take yourself back into down dog. Exhale. Rise up high on the balls of your feet. This may be all the more you want to go, okay? And if so, if we go into plank and you don't want to, then just stay here, rising up and down on the balls of your feet. So if you want to come into plank, you bring yourself forward. You're taking weight bearing into your arms here. And then I'm taking myself back into down dog. I'm taking my right foot forward, okay? Leaving my left one back. I turn it open a bit into 45-degree angle. And I keep my hips forward. I'm going to keep my hands towards the front of the chair and just lift my body up. Feel that stretch in that back calf. You can stay right here, or you can lift one arm up. If you're comfortable only to come into warrior one, you can lift both arms up. Okay. So we're doing Surya Namaskar B right now, adding on that plank and adding on our warrior one. Hands come back down. Take that back foot, pivot it forward and the front foot back. So that all toes are forward, come into down dog. High on the balls of your feet. Keep repeating that, or take yourself forward into plank. Exhaling back. This is all with breath. Inhaling left foot forward, placing that back one down. Find yourself right here with some inhales and exhales, or inhale, arms up. Exhale into cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the chair. Take that left foot back and find your down dog. Staying right there, or rising up onto the toes, bringing yourself forward into plank, taking yourself back. Both feet move forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rising up, hands at heart, holding on to the belly space, bring myself up from my hips, hands rise up. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze, rise up. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, we're going to do that one more time, or any place you went to. I'm going to add one more thing. You guys just stop wherever it feels right for you. But basically, we're going to do the same thing. But when we come into plank, those of you that want to bend into your elbows a little bit and push away into a little push-up, you can do that. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Okay, bend into the knees a little bit. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, cactus. Take yourself up. That's an in-breath. Exhale, hands at heart, flat spine. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it down if you want. Inhale, rise. Exhale, let's take both of our legs back. Put it into down dog. Inhale, 1 foot forward. Place the other one at a 45-degree angle. Find yourself at the edge of the chair. Stay there. Or inhale, arms up. 1 or 2. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down. Foot comes back. Pivot on that back foot. All toes forward. Push back. Exhale. High on the balls of the feet. And you just keep doing that. Or bring yourself forward into plank, stay in plank, or bend into the elbows just a bit to get a little bit in your chest muscles. Take yourself back. Exhale. Now left foot comes forward. Find yourself with that back foot down. Okay, we want to have good balance. So have a 45-degree angle there. Fingers come towards the front edge of your chair so you can lift up a little bit more. Staying here, or maybe taking your hands to your hips, or taking your hands on up into warrior one, lengthen side body. Exhale, cactus. Only look up if your balance allows. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands are down on the chair, front foot back, pivot the other toes forward. Take your tailbone back, exhale. Stay here practicing that, or just relaxing in your down dog. Yes, this is relaxing, or take yourself forward into plank. Only bending elbows if you want to add that, and take it back, exhale. Walk your feet on up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower your head just a little bit, or maybe all the way down to the chair. Inhale to half. Hands come to heart center. We hold on here and we bring ourselves up all the way. Exhale, cactus. We're looking on up. We're looking forward. Hands at heart. Releasing hands down. Find Tadasana, mountain pose, standing briefly before we come back into our chairs. Feel that flow of energy now that's moved in from here, radiating in this circular motion all the way out to all of our limbs, giving us some fresh oxygen in our brain, having help us move our lymphatic fluid, our lymph nodes, lymph areas of our body. And just let's move the knees a bit, move the hips a bit. Let our arms shake. I'll turn towards you. Just let everything kind of move. And let's do empty coat sleeves before we go into our chairs. Empty coat sleeves is like, I don't have anything in my sleeves of my coat. I'm just coming around, and maybe as I do, I tap my hip. Maybe I bend and tap up on my waist. And just finding that little bit of steady movement. And then slowing it down. And then let's find ourselves back on the chair. That was great, you guys. Really good. Sun salutations are not easy. And there's so many different ways to do them. And we went from really basic with just the arm sun salutation into a seated salutation where we came into that forward fold and we lifted ourselves up. And then we went into seated, working through like warrior two and with our breath. Then we did the standing and we worked that at different levels. So wherever you might want to place this into your practice, into your day, feel free. And look it up and read a little bit about sun salutations too. And bring in the sun. You know, it's nice to wake up early and do your practice. My 6 a.m. class now is about its sunrise. And last week I was outside, but today was 54 degrees, so I didn't go out this morning. All right, let's do a little bit of some other work now. I'm bringing my left foot into the center, taking my right leg over, and I'm crossing here. And I'm preparing for eagle. And so here I want to squeeze in a little bit, maybe take this upper foot if it wants to go behind the lower ankle. Some of you may have that, don't force it. If it happens naturally, great. It's just a little tighter connection, no need. And if this doesn't work by even crossing, then just cross lower on your shin, okay? And let's go ahead and raise our arms up, inhale. And we'll exhale, and we'll take our right into our left. And I'll just bring it up with an in-breath. Exhale, take it over into prayer. Really let my chin go here. And then release and bring myself up, in-breath. Take it forward. A few more times, just kind of looking into this little flow. This binded flow. A few more with your breath. It might mean we're at different paces, different places, and that's all good. Bring yourself up. Release those arms. Oof. Take them on up. Exhale them down. Release your legs. And if anything that we've done today, just like you totally lose it when you start thinking about, just remember this is an easy flow. Arms up, in breath, arms down slowly on that, exhale, right? And you can just fly. And that will give you that vinyasa, that will give you that flow, that will give you a way to salute the sun. And now I'm going to take my right foot in and my left foot over. Is that what I did before? Yeah, no, this is different. Okay, right foot over, left foot comes, right foot to the center, left foot over my right or left leg over my right. And maybe hooking, if that is in your ankle mobility, to do that. And again, if this is not in your knee mobility, then we take it on down. Okay, or you can take it onto a block. We've talked about that before, and you guys are pros at all this, so you know how to make your modifications too. And if ever not, you can unmute, you can ask me, or you can ask me at the end, okay? Raise your arms up, inhale. And exhale, left under right. Coming back into the opposite now. Rising up in breath. Simple flow into bowing. Elbow to knee. Take it up with a straight spine. Take it on over. A few more times, your breath. No rushing. Taking time. And I'm going to change that term, giving time. Giving time for yourself. Taking away the rush. It's coming into your own breath. And 2 more times, please. And then bringing your arms back up. Releasing arms. Let them flow. Feel that blood release. Arms rise. Exhale, hands come down as we release those legs as well. Sitting up straight and tall in our chairs. Let's just work into the neck a little bit. Not just because my neck's talking to me right now. Let your shoulders hang down. And I'm just taking one ear towards one shoulder. Reversing that. Always, always moving really slow with the neck. Really, most everything, because we know, and then coming back to center, take the chin down. We've already had some chance to do that, but let's just let it hang there. We all know that most of our accidents, most of our trips or falls or whatever is from not taking enough time, not giving ourselves enough time, right? But rushing in and out of things in life's experiences. Come into slow, full breaths, and that will slow you down. Take your chin so that it's even parallel to the ground, and then just let it come up just a little bit. Raise the bridge of your nose up. And then come back into a more even position here. I'm going to let my hands drop down and feel the weight of my hands pulling my shoulders down. I'm going to go ahead and let my shoulders now take some rolls. So, you know, we started off a little more brisk today. So we're going to take it down at a little slower pace here at the end. But what we did is so beneficial for your cardiovascular system. Okay, and we are vessel health, right? So we want that good, and reversing my shoulders now. That good movement into all of our vessels. Right. And then I'm going to take my hands on my knees. I'm going to raise up onto the balls of my feet. Slide my hands down my shins with a flat spine. Bring myself up, hold onto my knees, let my heart reach up. Bridge of the nose comes up. Take myself down. It's a flat spine here. I'm not coming into cat. Bringing myself up a little bit into cat, but mostly just a heart raising here. Take myself flat spine down, still on the balls of my feet so that I'm getting some connection into that calf muscle. But this is my in-breath, and this is my ex-breath. Ex-breath. So maybe you feel yourself coming a little bit more open with your heart and your in-breath. Maybe you feel yourself coming down a little bit lower, but still keeping that spine straight, okay? Let's do 2 more sets. Good, and then bring yourself up, let those feet connect to the earth, totally there. And I'm going to take the palms of my hands, I'm going to push into the thigh that reaches almost to my knee, all right? My fingers are outward and expressing themselves. I'm really strong in my arms, and this is a little isometric here, okay? So I want to push into an area that's not going to hurt when I give weight. We don't want any of that. I just want to be able to really push down on something so that I feel that contraction and connection all the way up and into my pecs, all right? You guys, maybe some of you tried the little bit of arm bend into that little push up there. You don't have to do those for strengthening your pecs and your arms. You can do just what we're doing right now. Pressing into the palm of your hand, really at the base of your hand, fingers pulling up, expressing through my heart, looking like I'm doing nothing, but I really am doing something in this isometric way. And relax and let it go. And let's just take our arms, empty coat sleeves this way. And I'm just gonna kind of have a little tap or slap here, nothing painful, just a little bit of waking up. And I'm switching one arm over one time, and the other one on top the next time. I'm still with my breath. But this movement isn't necessarily following my breath. This is a little faster than my breath. So can we move at a different rate than our breath? That's important to know too. 2 more. And let your hands come down. And sit and feel all of that energy now in our arms, in our shoulders. And I'm going to start to just flick in and out of my fingers and start to take them up to my shoulder height here. Once I reach here, I'm going to squeeze and make fists, and I'm going to take some circles. Yeah. Or you can pulse it. That's also something you can do, Sherry. That looks fine. Just whatever you feel like you want to do right now. Just want to get us a little wrist movement. And let's reverse that. And just notice where your breath is, because you're not moving with breath right now. But let's not hold our breath. Let's still keep those breaths really active, okay? And then let's go ahead and begin those finger flips. Looking and extending now upward. We did it downward to the center. Now let's take it upward to whatever feels right for you. Remember, Adrian, too, especially any of this shoulder stuff, this raising of the arms. Do it to just what the point is that's for you. Now, fists. And pushing up and taking it down with strong, strong arms, fists, connecting all of my muscles to my bones. Take it down. And let's go ahead and let it come out here. Thank you guys. All right, let's do a little bit of figure 4, so we can open up the hips a little bit more than we have already today. So I'm going to take one foot and make sure that my knee and my ankle are lined up. I'm going to take the other leg up. If this doesn't work for you, then you take those great blocks and you use that block to set yourself a little platform to have that figure 4. All right, just it's going to be a little bit lower. All right, and if you don't have a block, Then just place your foot with the outside part of that foot on the ground on the other side of your planted foot, okay? All kinds of ways to do this. Yoga is for everyone, all right? I want everybody to know that. All right, so finding wherever it is, and again, it might not be where mine is, and because we've already worked our wrists, let's take it into our ankles. You guys did a lot of standing today, and that's great. You're going to do a lot more standing as your day continues, but in our practice, we did much more standing than usually we do with our chair. You guys did great. Let's go around the other way, but we still have that chair as support. Wasn't having you guys throw your bodies down on the mat to do your sun salutations today. All right, and you're welcome to do that at any time. All right, and then flex into your foot and point and flex and point and feel that in this outside part of your hip. And then flex it. And then let's take our hands on our shin and just bring our body forward with a straight spine. Can you feel that opening more in right here in your glute? Okay, so pulling ourselves forward, taking ourselves back. Let your spine come back a bit. It won't go very far because your arms will be fully extended and you're holding onto that shin with that flexed foot. Okay, then pull with my bent elbows, bring myself forward, keeping my spine straight, okay? And then let myself come back, releasing my torso back. And just, if I didn't hold on, my back would go slamming into the back of my chair, but I'm holding on here. This takes core strength too, even though our hands are holding. Let's do one more time. Pull in, feel that in your glute, especially if you're keeping that upper foot flexed, and then let yourself come back. Sort of relaxing, right? Not quite. And then take yourself up to straight spine. Wherever you had that figure 4 on this side, whether it's low or high, go ahead and take your foot down and just take your feet out. And sorry, in this position, you can't see my feet, but you're on your heels and just windshield wiper back and forth before we go to the other side. And I think you guys know what this is, so you can't see the bottom of my feet. I can see yours, and that looks good. Look at that, Adrienne. Good job. All right, that's just because I can see her. She's way far back in the picture. All right, bring your feet back, and let's take that other foot over. And again, if we're not here, we're on a block. We're on the ground with this part of our foot, but we're making this figure 4 somehow so that we can open up this hip externally rotating. Feel it in this glute back here already. Okay, let's go ahead and take those ankle rotations. You guys are doing great. I know I've got lots of pops in my ankle. We're going to reverse that. Take it in the other way, and there's Matt. He's been practicing with us today too. That's great. Coming to flexed again. Straight spine, you can stay right here. This may be just enough for you guys. Or hands can stay on your shins. I bend into my elbows and bring myself forward with that straight spine. All right, really kind of think, is my spine straight or am I rounding? And then bring myself back, straight spine, hold on, holding on tight so I don't slam into the back of the chair. Pull myself forward, straight spine, exhale. Inhale, take it back. Almost like a little bit of rowing here. Let's do one more set here. Really hanging out here and then pulling yourself forward. Taking yourself up. And releasing this leg down. And let's take our feet apart a bit. Take our knees in, let them knock knee, then take them out. Let them come in and take them out. Internal rotation, external, internal, and external. And then bring those feet back into the center. and find yourself seated in a position that feels good to you. So if you want to stay in mountain, you can stay towards the end of the chair, the edge of the chair with your feet flat on the ground. You can come into the back of your chair, lift your feet up with blocks if that feels good, or take your heels onto the legs of the chair, or any position that feels good for you. You can take one leg up and both legs up. Just find something that works for you and your chair and that chair's anatomy, okay? And wherever you are, find a straight spine. Find your arms wherever they feel comfortable. Find your head on straight. That's a hard one. Our heads get tossed topsy-turvy so much of the time. From our encounters with other people, with our own harsh encounters of ourselves. But our breath can bring us back into a state of peace and a state of calm. Please, please, please call in your breath today when you need it. Call in a little bit of sun salutation as you need it.